Hello everyone, we are the Group 3 and today we'll be talking all about the nervous system. So, ano para sa inyo ang nervous system? Or ano ang kasulod sa inyong mind when you hear ang word na nervous system? So, for many of us, we know it's what sends messages and signals around our body to make everything work. Also, nakabati man kamo sa joke na, do you feel nervous? Kagang response siya, yes, because may ara ako nervous system, di ba? But ang line na ina, tsakto na kay when we feel tense, stress, or like we're in danger, the sympathetic nervous system kicks in, causing those physical sensations like a faster heartbeat or tight muscles as it gets our body ready to act. Now, let's get started by looking at what we'll be learning today. So by the end of our discussion, we aim to help each of you. First is to describe the main functions of the nervous system. So makover namon how ang nervous system hindi lang ma-send signals but also kung paano man siya mag-process sa mga information from our senses, coordinates our actions, kag mag-regulates vital body functions like ang aton nga breathing kag heartbeat. Second, identify the major divisions of the nervous system and their roles. So, we'll be discussing sa mga parts like the central nervous system and mag-explain man what each one does to keep our body running smoothly. Third, explain how the nervous system controls movement and responses. So, we will be talking about kung paano ang signals makatravel from our brains to our muscles and paano ang body naton makareact sa mga bagay-bagay na ma-see, hear, touch, or smell naton. And lastly, recognize ways to maintain nervous system health in daily life. So, i-share man namon ang simple, practical steps you can take to keep your nervous system strong, like mga proper nutrition, sleep, kag kung paano mag-manage ng stress.
Hi everyone! Today we're talking about something super important in our bodies, which is the nervous system. To begin, let's understand what the nervous system is. Simply put, it's the body's communication network. Think of it like the internet or a vast telephone line system within our bodies. Its primary function is to transmit signals between the brain and the rest of the body. This constant communication is what allows our brain to receive information from our surroundings and send instructions to different parts of our body. Ultimately, the nervous system is crucial because it helps us think, move, feel, and respond to the world around us. Every thought you have, every step you take, and every reaction you make is thanks to this intricate system.
Thank you, Mr. Sarah. Good day, everyone. I am Ruby Tapia and I'll continue the discussion about major divisions of the nervous system. The nervous system is one of the most important systems in the human body. It controls and coordinates all body activities by sending and receiving messages between different parts of the body. It is divided into two main parts, the central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Let's start with the central nervous system or CNS. The central nervous system is composed of two main parts, the brain and the spinal cord. These two structures work together to process information and control the body's activities. The CNS acts as the main control center of the internal nervous system. First, brain. The brain is the main organ of the central nervous system. It is responsible for thinking, emotions, memory, and decision making. For example, when you solve a math problem, feel happy, or decide what to eat, your brain is working. Second, spinal cord. The spinal cord is a long structure connected to the brain. It sends messages from the brain to the body and from the body back to the brain. For example, when you accidentally touch something hot and quickly pull your hand away, the spinal cord controls that fast reflex action. Let's continue with the peripheral nervous system or PNS. The peripheral nervous system is the second main division of the nervous system. It includes all the nerves outside the brain and spinal cord. Its main function is to connect the central nervous system to the rest of the body. First, somatic nervous system. The somatic nervous system controls voluntary movements. These are actions that you choose to do, such as walking, writing, or raising your hand. For example, when you decide to stand up or wave at a friend, the somatic nervous system is responsible. Second, autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system controls involuntary actions. These are automatic processes like heartbeat, breathing, and digestion. For example, your heart continues to beat and your lungs continue to breathe even when you are sleeping. In conclusion, the nervous system plays a very important role in controlling and coordinating all the activities of the body. It is divided into two main parts: the central nervous system, which includes brain and spinal cord, and the peripheral nervous system, which includes the somatic and autonomic systems. All these parts work together to help the body think, move, respond, and maintain balance every day. That's all, and Ms. Panes will continue the discussion.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Joy Panes, and I'll be discussing how the nervous system controls movement. The nervous system controls how our body moves and reacts. It sends signals from the brain to the muscles and helps the body respond to what is happening around us. First, the brain sends signals through motor neurons to the muscles. These signals tells the muscle when and how to move, like when running, walking, or catching a ball. Second, sensory neurons provide feedback to the brain. This feedback helps the body with coordination and balance, so movements are smooth and controlled. Third, reaction time depends on how quickly the nerves transmit signals. If the signals travel fast, the body can react quickly to what is happening. Example, when catching a ball, your eyes sense the motion, the brain processes the information, and the muscles respond by moving your hands to catch the ball. Overall, the nervous system controls movement, coordination, and reaction by connecting the brain, nerves, and muscles. It helps the body move properly and responds to the environment quickly and effectively. And that's all. Thank you.
Types of nervous system response. There are two nervous response, which is the voluntary and involuntary response. So the nervous system controls how our body reacts to different situations, and these reactions are classified into two types: voluntary and involuntary response. The voluntary response are the action that we consciously control. They involve decision making in the brain before the action happens. It controlled by the brain or the cerebrum. It is intentional and deliberate. For example, typing on a keyboard, raising your hands, or walking. When you decide to type, your brain sends signals through motor neurons to your fingers, allowing controlled movement. While sa involuntary response, it happens automatically without conscious thinking. They are usually fast and protect the body. It controlled by spinal cord or the brainstem. It is automatic and reflexive. For example, blinking, breathing, or pulling your hand away from a hot object. So, for example, when you touch something hot, the receptors detect the heat and the signal travels through sensory neurons to the spinal cords, then through motor neurons back to your muscles, causing you to quickly withdraw your hand. This is called reflex action. So the key difference of voluntary and involuntary. Sa voluntary, it is conscious control, slower response, and brain involvement. While sa involuntary, it is automatic, faster response, and involvement of spinal cords and brainstem involvement. In conclusion, both voluntary and involuntary response are important for survival. Voluntary action help us perform daily tasks, while ang involuntary response, it protect us and maintain the body function automatically.
Nervous system, health and productivity. Mind-body connection at work. A healthy nervous system supports concentration and focus, stress management, reducing fatigue and tension, productivity and creativity. For the tips, take breaks to prevent overstimulation, practice mindfulness or breathing exercise. The nervous system plays a very important role in how we think, feel, and work. It controls our thoughts, movements, emotion, and responses to stress. When our nervous system is healthy, our body and mind work together smoothly. This is called the mind-body connection. At work or school, a healthy nervous system helps improve concentration and focus. It allows us to stay attentive to tasks, process information clearly, and make better decisions. When the nervous system is balanced, it also helps us stress management by reducing fatigue and tension. This prevents burnout and keep us mentally and physically energized.
Good day everyone, I am John Akarotikil. Today we're going to talk about the incredible teamwork happening inside our bodies, specifically focusing on the skeletal, muscular, and nervous system. These three systems are highly interconnected and rely on each other to function effectively. First, let's look at the roles of each system. First is skeletal system. This system provides the essential structure and framework for our entire body. Without it, we wouldn't have our shape. Second is muscular system. The muscular system is responsible for producing all the movements we make, from walking to smiling. Third is the nervous system. The nervous system acts as a body communication network. It sends signals that specifically cause muscles to contract, initiating movement. Think of it like a perfectly coordinated team. The nervous system gives the command, the muscular system executes the movement, and the skeletal system provides the anchor and structure. A great example of this teamwork in action is something as simple as typing on a keyboard. For example, like when you type, the skeletal bones in your fingers provide the physical structure. The muscle in your hands and arms produce the movement needed to press the keys. The nerves in your body transmit the signals from your brain to those muscles, telling them exactly when and how to move. It's a seamless process that happens thousands of times a day without us even consciously thinking about it. The human body is truly a marvel of biological engineering, with this system working in harmony to keep us moving and interacting with the world around us. That's all. Thank you.
Good day everyone. I am Maria Antoinette Abay and I will continue the discussion. So I will discuss the common nervous system disorders and their prevention. So the first disorder is the carpal tunnel syndrome. So this is a condition where there is a nerve compression in the wrist. So it is common in office workers and students who type or use a computer for a long time periods. So when the nerve is compressed, it can cause pain, numbness, and tingling in the hand. The second disorder is the stress-related fatigue. So this happens when the nerve are overstimulated due to too much stress. So it can lead to burnout. So when a person is overworked, called lack of rest, the nervous system becomes exhausted, which can cause tiredness and poor focus. So the third disorder is the neuralgia or neuropathy. So this is referred to pain coming from the damaged nerves. So it may feel sharp, burning, or shooting pain depending on affected nerves. For prevention and care, having a proper or good posture is very important. So the monitor should be at the eye level to avoid neck strain. And the lower back should be supported by an adjustable chair. And the wrist should be straight and supported while typing. And the feet should be flat on the floor or on the footrest. So it is important to maintain the good posture all times. So take regular breaks, exercise, and stretch our body, and manage stress effectively to protect our nervous system.
In summary of our report, first, the nervous system controls movement, thought, and emotion. It allows us to move our body, think clearly, make decisions, and feel emotions such as happiness, fear, or excitement. Without the nervous system, our body would not be able to respond to what is happening around us. Second, the central nervous system and peripheral nervous system work together to regulate body functions and responses. The central nervous system, which includes the brain and spinal cord, acts as the control center. The peripheral nervous system connects the brain and spinal cord to the rest of the body. Lastly, maintaining the nervous system health is very important. A healthy nervous system helps us learn better, stay productive, manage stress, and maintain overall well-being. We can keep it healthy by getting enough sleep, eating nutritious food, exercising regularly, and avoiding harmful substances. That's all for our report. Thank you.